I needed a new hybrid camera ASAP. Now, for the last 2 years, I've been using the Canon R50 to introduce me into the world of portrait photography and videography. Now, it's been amazing and it's served its purpose, but an upgrade is long overdue. Now, after searching the market religiously and having a tight budget, I finally made my decision. And as you can tell from the title, I went with the Canon R6 Mark II. But before we get into why I bought it, let's unbox it. Here she is, the Canon R6 Mark II with the 24-105 f4L is USM lens. That is a mouthful. She's here. My first initial impressions are, I love it. It's way heavier, obviously, than the Canon R50, but even just having that bit more space to hold the camera and feel the camera in your hands is really nice. I'm so excited to explore with this camera because I've only actually had one focal length on my Canon R50. I had the RF Prime 50mm, and don't get me wrong, it's great for portrait photography, but I wanted something with a bit more range. So with this 24-105, I can still capture great portrait photography at both 24 and 105. And you're probably asking, why didn't you go for the 24-70 with f2? Which obviously allows in a lot more light and is brighter and more vibrant. But it actually came down to cost, and when I go through at the end of the video what I bought this for, you'll understand why. But my first initial impressions, I absolutely love it. I am so excited to get out and start using this and start using it for videography as well. The built-in stabilization, the stabilization on this lens, I just cannot wait to start using this properly. It's a proper workhorse, and it is a massive upgrade from my previous camera, the Canon R50, which I'm filming this on. I'm just so excited, and yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm a kid waking up at Christmas. One of many reasons that I upgraded from the Canon R50 was not being able to shoot in log. That is a massive thing, and that's what really elevates your footage, is being able to shoot in log, having that freedom and flexibility when it comes to color grading and adding LUTs to your footage. Not being able to do that, I really started to notice the difference in people that were shooting in log and people not shooting in log. Like I know you can debate, you can shoot without log and still be fantastic. It can. And partially that's to do with the Canon R50, as it's an entry-level camera. But I'm really excited to explore finally shooting in log and being able to play around with it in Final Cut Pro and really put it to the test. Canon log, I love the look of it. From all the videos I've watched on YouTube of other people using Canon cameras, I really love the look of the Canon footage. And I cannot wait to explore using log, shooting in log, especially outdoors, the whole lot. I'm really excited to be able to color grade fully with my videography. I touched on this briefly already, but the 24 megapixel full frame sensor on the Canon R6 Mark II, such a mouthful to say when you're talking. I can't even speak, I'm trying to pronounce everything. But I cannot wait to see the difference between that and the Canon R50, particularly in my portrait photography shoots, because the Canon R50 is struggling. And as I'm expanding in my business as a photographer and videographer, the Canon R50 just simply isn't enough, especially in 2026. So to have that full frame 24 megapixel sensor, I'm so excited about it. And I know there's even more in the Canon R6 Mark III, But for this, for me, this is more than enough, and at the price I got it for, it's so much bang for your buck. And especially with the lens as well with that 24mm range and then the 105mm range, I'm so looking forward to using the 24 for my full length portrait photography shoots as well in my studio here. I want to be able to offer full length dance style photos or modeling portraits. I want to be able to do the whole lot, so having that flexibility in one lens is very, very exciting. And also I want to go out and about and shoot street photography, so be able to fully use the 105mm focal length is fantastic. To have that flexibility is what I wanted, so I wanted to go through as much flexibility in one lens as I possibly can. Now don't get me wrong, the 24 to 70mm f2 L is USM. Is it a much better lens? Yes. But I will get there eventually. But the price was nearly €1,000 in the difference, and I just couldn't justify spending an extra €1,000 on a lens. I just couldn't do it. So for me, this is perfect. It does the job. I actually haven't even turned the camera on yet. I'm waiting for the battery to charge over there. So I cannot wait to turn it on, and I'm gonna just go off now today and just take photos in my back garden, of my dogs, just everything around me, test the video capabilities. And this is just basically to say I have gotten my new camera and share it with you guys, because as you know, this whole journey that I'm on now is sharing everything, the good, bad and the ugly. So it's just getting a video up, because I did put out videos saying I'm on the hunt, and lots of people were helpful. I think the photography and videography community is amazing. I put up a YouTube short saying I was stuck between the Canon R6 Mark II and the Mark III, and if they had any other suggestions, and you guys are amazing with your suggestions. It actually really helped. For a second I didn't know if I was going to stick with Canon. I nearly was going to change, but I'm so glad I did, and I'm very, very much happy with my decision so far anyway. So the main question everybody watching this video is, how much did I actually get the Canon R6 Mark II and the lens for, and why did I buy it over the new Canon R6 Mark III? Well, being straight up front and honest with you, which is what I want to do for this channel and with all my subscribers and anybody that's watching, is it came down to budget and price. Now, I scanned the market religiously and I searched everywhere. I searched both secondhand and brand new, and I came across a website called Cotswold Cameras, and they do brand new equipment for like a fraction of the price. And how they get it for this price, I have no idea, but they do. It was competing with better prices than the Canon R6 Mark II secondhand. It was the same price to buy it brand new. So it was a no-brainer. But the main reason I bought the Mark II over the Mark III was I bought the Canon R6 Mark II and the RF 24 to 105 f4 L is USM lens for €2,300. And the price on Cotswold, which is really cheap compared to anywhere else for the Canon R6 Mark III, came in for just the body alone at $2,300. Now, that for me is a no-brainer. I get both a camera body and a lens, and bearing in mind I needed a lens as well. So if I had got the Mark III, I would have had to spend another $1,000 on top of that for a new lens. Whereas I got the Mark II and the lens for the same price as the body as the Mark III. And when I realized that, it was a no-brainer. Because for me, coming from the Canon R50, the Mark II and the lens that I bought is already a massive upgrade in comparison. So I had no real want to go to the Mark III. I couldn't justify spending an extra €1,000 because I did need a lens on top of that. And for me, you're getting so much bang for buck with the Mark II and that lens already. Like the 24 to 70mm lens, is that better? Yes. But this for me, having the 24 to 105 gives me so much range for portrait photography and outdoor photography as well as videography. So it's perfect for me and my specific needs. So to get the body and the lens for the same price as just the body on the Mark III, well, the Mark II and the camera lens that I bought was a no-brainer. And the difference of nearly €1,000 on top of that is just ridiculous. And working on a tight budget, as we all know, as people in the world of photography and videography, you're always trying to upgrade your equipment, and every cent matters, especially when you're working freelance. I still believe I made the right decision. I'm happy with my decision. I think the Canon R6 Mark II is an absolute beast, and so is that lens, and I cannot wait to explore all its capabilities. So yeah, the Canon R6 Mark II with the RF24 to 105 f4L is USM lens came in at €2,300. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, it costs you nothing, and it helps me achieve my dream. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, if I can, by the end of 2026. As I said, this is just a quick video to put out there the camera that I have chosen and I have went with, because my whole thing is bringing you lot along for the entire journey. So I want you to be part of the whole thing. We have new videos every single Thursday. I am aware that we did miss last Thursday. It's just all my footage crashed on my computer and there wasn't enough time to get another video uploaded, as I hadn't batch made my content yet, as I just came back from a trip. So that's why there was no video last week, and I think it is quality over quantity. But there will be videos every single Thursday on this YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Like I said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video.